Hello all, welcome to Warping Through Time. This is my very first video of attempting this mono blue turns deck. I've seen some different lists online and on MTG Salvation and in various places. I've seen lists running Spreading Seas instead of Remand. I've seen lists with a green splash running Explore instead of Remand. Ultimately, I decided on this list or this list because these are this list is close to something that has had a decent SCG or other big tournament finish. So the other lists like running Spreading Seas and whatnot, I have not seen those lists place at big tournaments yet. Not to say that they haven't. So this is just my starting point. I've thought about trying Spreading Seas. It's a much more proactive card than Remand. Uh, you know, but also much less versatile. So, you know, I'm not sure, but that's why I've chosen this list. I saw lists running, you know, the chargeable lands like Dreadship Reef, and Castleform Pools, and I've seen lists running Reliquary Tower. Reliquary Tower has been okay. Mostly, it's been okay as in a time issue, which is relevant on MTGO, because at the end of your turn, you don't have to take time to discard certain things, and plus, you're less likely to make mistakes about what you discard with Reliquary Tower. So it's more like a failsafe as opposed to actually needing to have all the cards in your hand. You don't really need that. Mikokoro, I definitely think deserves a spot. It's just fantastic. It has in certain situations when um, you don't have a dictate or a howling mine effect. You know, if you have a Mikokoro, you can still reasonably go off. It's a kind of corner scenario, but where you have you wait to go off, you have Mikokoro, and you know you have a couple extra lands so that you can use it. But it's still definitely, I think it earns a spot. Reliquary Tower could just as well be an island. Um, as far as the board is concerned, Hercule's Recall, self-explanatory. Aetherize, self-explanatory. Hibernation, self-explanatory. Oh, some Dispel, Spell Pierce, and Giga Drowse for decks that have counter spells and whatnot. Excuse me, I'm drinking coffee. I saw one list running Vidalcan Shackles. It's been pretty neat. One time I was able to steal my opponent's Tassiger, and I won the game because I could activate it. So that was pretty sweet. Pithing Needle, I'm trying it out in place of Spellskite, which, as far as I can tell, now that Splinter Twin is banned, I'm not sure why this particular deck would need to run Spellskite. But of course, also I'm very unfamiliar with the modern metagame. Until only 2 weeks ago, I have been playing Legacy almost exclusively because, you know, Legacy's a fantastic format and it's super fun. And I didn't have there wasn't a deck that I really liked in Modern, at least not one that I knew about. They kind of all seemed very like there were good stuff decks like Junk and Jund and whatnot, and then there's linear aggro decks like Burn and Zoo and whatnot. And but then I found this deck, and I was just like, this is a fun deck. It's very similar to Legacy's High Tide, I would say, where uh, you know, it's just super fun. So, but I'm not sure about the Pithing Needles. There's a lot of Merfolk in the two man, so maybe it's okay against Ether Vial. But then again, I haven't gotten, I haven't quite gotten the knack of what to board out against what matchups. So, that being said, I'm gonna pause it, and we'll come back when I've joined a two man, and hopefully we learn a few things. See you then. Okay, we're back. Okay. Um, you know, this is not a phenomenal hand, but four lands and a telling time, I think it's a keep. You know, you I've seen lists running 23 lands, and I'm not sure it is. Okay, so he just skipped through his turn, so all right. Well, we're gonna go. I don't. I don't think that he. I don't know if that was a mistake. I'm not sure what it was, but okay. So in watching videos of people playing this deck, a lot of people would play Howling Mine just right out. I feel like that's a ridiculous proposition. Howling Mine is not a good card. Like I don't like seeing it. In fact, sometimes I've thought about playing another Jace instead of it. Um, in any case, I'm not going to play it here. I'm not going to play it until I absolutely have to, because they get the card first. The opponent gets the card first, and they get a card, and then they abrupt decay it or whatnot. You know, I don't want to play it until the very last minute because they're always going to get the card before I am. And if he discards it here, okay, whatever. Wall of Roots. We're going to tell time in response and just F6. Oh, that really blows. Um, so basically, I don't want to play Howling Mine until like turn 4. Uh, but, I mean, I think we have a shot here, provided he doesn't, abrupt decay or otherwise disenchant my Howling Mine. Okay, so, alright. Oh, yeah, cool. Now we can cast the Howling Mine right now. That is awesome. That's freaking great. Okay, so we have a bunch of. We have 2 turns. I mean, I could wait a turn with Cryptic up. It's hard to know, and here's where a more experienced player would probably be better off. Um, but I don't see any reason not to just keep trying. Get some more value out of the Howling Mine. Man, these I have drawn a fantastic amount of lands. Remand, Temporal Mastery. I think I'll probably have to stop at some point. Uh, like right here, unfortunately. Um, 1, 2, 3. I'm definitely gonna hold up Cryptic next turn, and I think I just -1 targeting myself because neither of these can kill Jace. And oh, cool. That's phenomenal. Okay, we probably won't have to stop actually. Well, maybe we will. Okay, island. Um, question is, do I tell time and then activate Jace, or do I activate Jace and then tell time? I think that since telling time allows us to choose 3 cards, we can afford to activate Jace first and dig deeper into our library. Yeah, so it wouldn't have mattered either way. That's awful. Okay, now we do have to hold Cryptic and Remand up. But, like, we have so many... We have so many good cards here that I still feel okay. We can hold Cryptic and Dictate up. So, let's see. What does he do? Resto Angel. Oh, that's right. I F6'd. Uh, so, we definitely don't want to do that. So, I don't think... Hopefully he doesn't kill Jace. I really don't want that to happen. He can attack with whatever he wants. I wouldn't be surprised if he attacks Jace, yeah. Down to 1. If he were to bolt it... Scoos is fine. Do I care about Scoos? I think I'd rather have... Uh, do I care about Scoos? I don't think so. Because I still plan on going off next turn. Like, whatever he takes out of here is not that big of a deal. Out of my graveyard. Yeah, definitely don't care about Spellskite. Alright, let's do this. And I think I want to bounce his Temple Garden, or... Well, I'd have to bounce his Spellskite if I'm going to bounce something, which is not that big of a deal. But I still feel... I still feel like I should use this Cryptic. No, let's not. Let's not use the Cryptic because in case we brick, we have to... We could use this for a turn. Okay. But I don't think we brick here. I thought I always yielded to that. We're going to play Reliquary Tower here. We're going to draw a card. We're going to Time Warp. Or Temporal Mastery. Okay, nothing else to play. Jeez. Giga Drowse is cool. We definitely want to Time Warp. Wait. Oh, yeah. Good. And then... I could Giga Drowse everything. And he could change the target of the spells. He would have to lose 10 life to do that, to change it on a Spellskite, which I suppose makes it slightly easier to win. Let's just do it and see what he does. 1, 2, 3, 4 is how many times we want to replicate it. And he can change the targets if he so desires. I sure do need to draw. Alright, so there, 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 and there. And he can change what he likes. I mean, I still am assuming that I'm going to be able to go off. Alright, so he left birds up because he wants the land, and that's fine. I don't care too much. The question is, am I going to brick? It sure looks like I have. Nope. So we're going to time warp. We are going to return this to his hand, and again he can change it if he wants, but we still get to draw a card. And we have another cryptic. I don't like all these crudgy. Sure. And I might use the other cryptic. Oh, I'm glad we did that, because now I'm just putting everything on bottom because I absolutely need to draw time warp cards like Walk the Aeons. Let's Giga Drowse that. We don't have to repeat it any number of times. Sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Return target permanent to its owner's hand. Draw a card. Part the water veil. Okay. So we have 16 cards. So we really want to draw Elixir, which we did. So I don't see really how we lose this game. Okay. I've got 12 cards in my library. Okay, so we just need to use Elixir, essentially. We don't need to buy it back. Yeah. Let's turn off auto yields, actually. Alright. Cool, cool. That's what we like. We like to win. So this is probably Kiki Chord, which, you know, excuse me. I think is probably a better matchup than some more aggro style decks. I feel like aggro, which is a huge part of the modern meta, as far as I understand, I feel like that's a pretty terrible matchup. So I'm not sure what everybody would take. Spell Snare always seems like a really weak card to me, but maybe that's just because I'm used to playing in Legacy, where uh, counter spells like Force of Will are Force of Will is a fantastic card. Uh, that also sucks sometimes because it's card disadvantage, but it just seems so narrow. Same goes for Remand. I guess is the closest card in this deck to actual Time Walk. Like it's just basically they go, you return to their hand, and then you get to go and whatnot. I mean, so I'm not sure exactly what to take out. He doesn't have counter spells, which makes me feel like Giga Drowse is not as good. Um, so I'll probably take those out. Like, if I knew more about the matchup, like what is he attempting to do? He's attempting to, you know, build up a bunch of creatures and um, then win with Kiki Jiki Restoration Angel, and he ramps into it with green creatures. So hibernation seems okay. Uh, Spell snare, spell pierce doesn't seem that awesome. Maybe dispel seems okay. I'm not sure. He's not attacking us severely, so maybe we don't need Ether Eyes. Maybe Vidalcan's Shackles would be worthwhile. I'm not sure. And certainly this is a keep. This looks like a real good hand to me. You know, he did mulligan to 5 his first turn and skipped through his first turn, so roots maybe. Okay, we'll probably just tell time in response to whatever he does. Sin Collector. So, all right. Actually, no, we won't, because he'll probably take Dictate and telling time casting telling time after we see what he takes can give us an idea what we need to look for. Maybe he takes Time Warp. Actually, he actually probably takes Time Warp since we have Jace and Dictate. But Jace isn't as good against a board of creatures. Oh wait, he can't take Jace or Dictate. So he has to choose Cryptic, Telling Time, or Time Warp. So he'll probably choose Time Warp. Yeah. And then we tell time and try to find something good. I guess Spell Snare goes in our hand, Thassa. I guess. Now I could hold up Spell Snare, or I could drop Thassa or Jace. I could hold up Dictate or Spell Snare, or I could just drop Jace or Thassa. If we drop Jace, we have to uptick it, which I don't like too much. I hate giving the other opponent a card. The opponent a card. Um, when he can make use of it. So I don't like that. Thassa seems fine. We would get to scry away something we don't want if we want it. Now, or we could hold up Spell Snare and wait on the Thassa until next turn. Maybe that's better because, um, uh, yeah, I think that's probably the best play. So we take two here. Oh, he doesn't attack because he just clicks on through his entire turn without doing anything. Okay, now we're definitely playing Serum Visions. Um, so we're going to put this on the bottom. Um, I guess this is on the top just fine. Oh man, my one differently pictured island, and I feel like I see it every single game. What can you do? Okay, we're still gonna wait. You know. Oh, he's gonna play Restoration Angel. No, he can't. He only has. Yeah, he can only do that once. So, uh, missing a land drop. I mean, I guess he's gonna do something, but it's not gonna be Restoration Angel. I guess it's Chord then. It's Chord of Calling for one, for two. Yeah, okay, he removed one. Yeah, okay, so that sucks. Yeah, that really is awful. Um, that's why he didn't attack. So he probably attacks with that. That does not seem. If he attacks with both, he deals one more damage. That doesn't. Seems like a strange choice to me. But what ifs? Whatever. If it's a 2-drop, I'll spell snare it. Now, let's cast Serum Visions. Cryptic. Walk the Aeons. I think we want to put this on top and this on top. We'll play Mikokoro. Hold up Cryptic. Um, so we want to hold up Cryptic. We're 2 turns away from going off. I'd like to get Jace or at least Thassa, or maybe I into playing next turn, or maybe I just have to do it. Maybe I just need to put Thassa into play this turn and hope he can't kill me, or Jace. Maybe I need to play Jace. He's not casting. I mean, Jace lives for a turn. Or maybe I put Dictate into play and he gets rid of it. I don't think Jace dies next turn, but it's conceivable. And I have to give him a card. I guess we play Jace because we're kind of in this bind where we want to hold up Cryptic, but we also want to. Um, we need to get a Jace or a Dictate onto the battlefield before we can really go off. Excuse me, drinking coffee. So we just kind of have to hope that Jace lives, and we can go off next turn with Walk the Aeons if Jace lives. And what I like about that plan is that we've got two cryptics in hand, so even if we fumble around for a turn, we get to untap and, you know. So let's just hope he doesn't do anything to, like, beat me this turn, you know. Uh, like, I think. I'm, being unfamiliar with modern. I'm not sure how many mana and creatures he needs to concord into everything for the win in one shot. Uh, so I could be dead here. I could be dead here. Jace, Jace, I think is phenomenal. Jace is phenomenal in this deck. I've seen lists running, Jace Vryn's Prodigy, which costs a whole lot more, which is one reason I'm not playing Jace Vryn's Prodigy. I mean, that guy costs like $60 or something, and this little guy costs $1.50. But as far as I can see, okay, Eternal Witness for Chord. He can Chord for one, which okay, so both at Jace. So Jace is at one. Awesome. So I've got six. Sweet. We're gonna walk the Aeons. So I can't activate Makokoro and cast Time Warp. So I think what we do is just activate Part the Water Veil. I can't use Jace. Now we can do both. So it looks like we're in real good shape right now. And next turn we'll cast Thassa. We got 8. I think we just Time Warp. Was yield? On the bottom, definitely. Elixir. Cancel. Like, he gets to kill the first one. So I kind of feel like we just want to do this. Time Warp. And I guess we'll just use Jace as our win con here. Now we're gonna put that on the bottom because we need to draw. Okay. Okay. So. See, Makokoro's good, man. So I think we're okay to win here. Like we've got all the mana we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put on top. Put on the bottom. So we have to discard. We'll discard. I guess just remand. Because we want. Yeah, we're going to put that on the top. We're going to draw. We're going to do this. Play an island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Draw a card. Tell time. Cool. We definitely want part the water veil. F6. Yeah, I should have plenty. I don't see why we need to do anything but just use Jace to win. Like I could part the water veil, but why bother? You know, it seems maybe he wants to disenchant this elixir. Thas is indestructible, so or maybe he's just like this sucks. And people don't really like playing against this deck, which is why I don't check the comments that often. People, okay, so he probably does disenchant elixir, but I think I should be able to win regardless of. Um, yeah, he probably sacks Kasali to disenchant elixir, in which case, whatevs. I'm at 21 cards in hand, 21 cards in library. I think I should be fine. Yeah. I mean, I can see, you know, like I still think it's better, even though this gets uh, destroyed. I didn't think about it. Like I should be honest about that. I didn't think about this getting destroyed, but see how great Makokoro is. Uh, but I still, even if I thought about it, I think telling time there is just better. It's just better to make sure that we can, like, we have at least like this. We can sacrifice, so we have at least 3 turns. Whether or not I would want to buy it back this a second time, I'm not sure. So yeah, all right. He has that. We have to discard a remand. Put on the bottom. Yes, that seems like a great thing to do. Each player draws a card. Play a land. Um, you know, we're just gonna cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because now we have 2 turns. Oh, hibernation's reasonable. It's F6. Now we have 2 turns. On the bottom. Cool. Now we have 1 turn on the stack. Return Wall of Roots and Eternal Witness to its hand. We are going to cast with buyback. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3. Um, and then we can, yeah, we totally got him. Awesome. That that's great. I always love it when the first video of a new series begins with a win. So I hope you enjoyed that video. You guys can let me know if I made play mistakes or if you think my list should change in any way. So uh, peace out until next time.